Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Joe, and in this video we're going to be modeling this it's like a coffee maker, like an espresso machine right here. We're going to be modeling every detail and we're going to be doing that from scratch. I'm currently going to be using Blender 3.2, and that's primarily because I have a lot of the add-ons that I need here to make me work fast. So we're going to start from scratch right here, and what we're going to bring in first is going to be the cube. So I'm going to build my way up from down to the top. I'm just going to do basic blockouts. So I want some aspect of this to stand alone. So some part to stand alone and some part to be connected to a main mesh. So for example, this should stand alone, right? And I want to move this to the top and just map out this size also. So we have this both. Another part that I need to have this layout is this down here. So these three, I'm going to select all three and move to the side view. We can see that on the side view, it's not well placed. So I can SY and bring that out. So we have like an approximate width of this thing. So what I can do next now is just select all of this, Control A, and when I press my Alt key and click scale, it applies for all three. If I don't hold down the Alt key, it applies for just the one that is highlighted yellow. So that's just a quick note to everyone. So I can just go to the tab menu, switch to my line selection, and I can select these lines here, this one right here. We can select this and this right here. So what we're trying to do with this is to make sure that the curve between this, and this are equal. So I can just Control B this, just like so, and we have this right here. I'm going to keep this at 3 segments and at 0.5. And from right here, let's start from the base right here. We can start to make sure our mesh is properly oriented. So I can join this and mirror this to this side and this side, apply those two mirror, and we have this setup. And I did that primarily because I want to be able to run loops through just like so. So I can add some 3 loops here and 3 loops here, just like so. And what I want to do next is just use my direct selection to select these faces. And I'm selecting these faces because if you notice in the front view right here, you would see that this is extruded up a little bit and it's scaled down. But I won't be using this method to achieve that. What I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to insert. So in order to see my insert, I'm going to come to the transparent view and change to a vertex mode. So I can insert that just like this. And I know that I'm going to have like an approximate distance between my insert and this outer vertex here, because they need to be on the same line. But there's going to be a little bit of disparity, but it's not something that we can fix. So I'm going to GZ right here, just like so. And we have this. So what I can do is that if you look at this line, you see that it's not straight. So I want to make this perfectly straight. All I can do is just SY0, just like so. And I'm going to come to this side, same thing, SY0. So everything tracks properly, everything maps out correctly. What I want to start doing now is to come to the side view, and you would notice that there is a cut right here. You would notice that these two parts are different. This front is different from this one at the back. So I'm going to take this and just going to create that demarcation right here, just to differentiate between the two. And I can bevel this. But before I bevel, I remembered something that we need to do. So I'm just going to Control Z all the way back right here. And I want to mirror this to the top also, because I want that line to also appear right under here. I want that mesh that we created to also appear down here. So we have that. I can just this line right here, I'll get rid of it. So I can just dissolve this line, and I can switch to my face. I can select this face, deselect this face, and then select this face. So we have this set up already. I can just GZ and I can bring this up just like so. So we have this cool, nice. We can now move on to separating those two mesh. So I can bring this is the divider here, and I can Control B, just like so. And I'm just going to delete that face, just like so. So what I can do is just L to select this, P to separate that selection, and I can isolate that And what I want to do is just clean this up and make sure that it's an enclosed mesh of its own. So I can select this, fill that face, and I can select this loop right here. What I can do is select this vertex, come to Y, and I can EZ just like so. So we have that. I can select this, and I can fill that face, and I can fill this face also. I can fill this face, and we can close out with this face. So now to make this a quad, maybe I can add a loop here. I don't know if this is going to be helpful to me, but I'm just going to have it there for now. So we have this, not to work twice. I'll just mirror this to the other side. Easy. For those that don't know, that's a hard-ups add-on. Makes you work faster and mirror things quickly. So we have this setup. I'm just going to select this edge right here and just raise it up a little bit. So I know that I can select this and create an edge right here. Select this, create an edge on this side, and I can create an edge that goes all the way through as an holding, and then I can create another edge that I can use to map out this. So I can just switch to my face select and select all of these faces. I'll go to my select loops, and I'll select boundary. So this boundary is what's going on here? This is bad. This is bad. This is not what I want. So let me Ctrl Z back, Ctrl Z. Or what I can do is just, let me continue like so. I can just select this edge and dissolve this edge. Then add another one. We have to go back to selecting our boundary loop. So I can switch to faces, select all of these faces, just like so. We'll go to select loop, select boundary loop. Now we have this loop. All I can do now is just Ctrl B. I can bevel these just like so, and I can extrude along the face just like so. So we have that selection. I'm going to select all of this, and select this, like this, just like so. So we can select the entire loop. I think we got the entire loop except from this two right here. So we're going to run a bevel through all of this thing, just to make sure it holds up to the subdivision we're going to add shortly. So in order to do that effectively and have the same width for everything, I'm going to select this loop also. I'm going to select this loop, select right here also this and this, and then we can select this loop right here. I want to deselect this one down. Let me isolate this so I know what I'm deselecting properly and I don't make a destructive bevel that will mess up the entire mesh. So this is cool and nice. I think I want to apply this mirror. This is cool and nice and all that. So I will just select this edge, select this, just like so. Easy does it. So I think we have all the edge we want to select. So I'm just going to come in up close and really tight, and I will just add this bevel to it. So the bevel we want to add is 2 steps, just like so. And there's a bevel that Arion, the Blender guy, does that I really like. So he will do this and he will use a 2 segments, but the shape, he takes the shape up to 1. I really like this bevel. I really like it. I'm going to apply my subdivision again. And in order to achieve that slight curve that we have there, we're just going to use holding loops just like so. Strategically placed holding loops just like so. Okay, so we still have the curve. I can apply this, and when I add this, I think we have a better mesh with this. Okay, so this part is done. I'm going to bring back my subdivision, and with this we can create for the other part. So I'm just going to bring back other objects that we have, and right here I'm going to select this Shift D Y just like so, and RZ 180 and GY, bring that in, GY, bring that in, GY, just like so. So we have this. I can select this like this, and GY, we're bringing it to this side just like so. So we have that. I'm just going to select the other mesh and delete that, and just like so we have the base. I'm just going to bring this closer a little more because we see that they're really close. GY. Okay, this is cool, this is nice. I'm just going to GG, bring this in just ahead. Okay, I like this a lot. So what we're going to do next now is to move to the top. So we're going to do the same thing for this top, but I don't want to go through the entire same process. So I'm just going to duplicate this and bring it to the top, just like so. I can GZ and make this map correctly. So this loop right here, I will dissolve this loop, and with this edge right here, I can GZ and bring it up to about that point. I think that's cool. And this, I can just delete this. I don't think I need that. So with this, I can just bring this other edge down just like so and scale on the z-axis just like so. So I think this is, am I cool with this? Am I cool with this? Let's see. I probably would want to scale this on the z-axis a little bit. So these two, there's no so much difference between them. So this is cool. So I'm just going to mirror this on the y-axis just like so. And what we're trying to achieve is just bridge between both of them. So I've applied that mirror modifier, and I would come here and just delete these two vertices, and I'll select this edge and just bridge between them. So now we have those two connected as a mesh. I'm going to come to the side view right here. I'll select this, and with this vertices selected, I can GY and I can bring this flush into that space. So we have this looking good and nice already, but I don't like the distribution of the faces. So I'm just going to select these edge loops, dissolve these edges, and just add new edge loops. So we can have approximately squares. These ones are rectangles. So we're going to have approximately squares, and this is flat, but this is not straight. So I can SY 0, and I can also do this SY 0. So let's do the same, just like so. We have that looking nice and cool. So what I want to do next now is this one down here. I would come to the side view and I would GY, bring that in just like so. And I think this should also come in. Okay, so this is cool. I'm just going to isolate this, and what we're going to do with this is very easy, just what we did with the former one. We're going to join. Do I want to mirror? I think I want to mirror on this side, but this other side, let me just join it. I don't need to mirror. So I'm just going to add these edge loops, just so we have squares, and we can come to the side profile. I can bring back my references just like so. My references are not showing. What's going on? Okay. So I can unhide that and just figure out how this interacts with the top parts. Okay, the faces are back, so I'll delete this one, and I will just generate the bottom part out of this. So we have this. I can just grow this selection a little more and select all of these faces just like so. Select all of this just like so. So we have this. I can just switch to my vertex select. I can insert that just like so. I can GZ just like so, and I can E all the way down like this. So we have this for this part, and I can, so in order to make that look more like this, what I can do is I can bevel this like this, just bevel, and I can take this bevel right here, this inner edge right here, and let me just bevel that first, and then I can extrude inward just like so. Remember, what we're trying to do is just achieve this look. There's an indent, there's something going on here that I'm trying to achieve with this. So we have that, and I think I'm going to select this edge and dissolve that edge, and I'm going to select this edge all the way through like this. I wish I had Mech Machine, so it should just help me select this edge loop without having to go one by one, but I'm fine doing it myself too. So I think this is cool. So I can come to the front view and just bevel that. Just bevel this like so. I don't want this kind of bevel. I want the 0.5 on that shape. 0.5, not 0.1. I want the 0.5 on that shape, and I can increase the width of that bevel just like so, and maybe increase the segments. So this is cool and nice. but then you'll discover that there's a segment in here also. So in order to actually achieve that, what I would want to do is come to the side view, just like so. I'll add an edge loop right here, and it seems I might have to delete all of this, right? Feels like I'm working twice, but that's really what I got to do. So I'm going to Ctrl Z. I'm going to bring back that bevel, add that loop, and I'll GG just like so. And all of these vertices here, I'm going to take it out. And we're just going to start joining vertices manually. So right here, I'll select these vertices like so, come to the x-axis, and I'll easy bring this up right here. And with this, I can select these vertices like so, like this, and F to fill. So F is fill. I can select this right here, and select this, and F to fill. So that's perfect, and we just need to start connecting this other mesh. I think this part I might be fast forwarded, but let's just go. Let's go. Can select this, fill. So we have that fill. What I can do now is bring this edge to this side and just add four loops. GG 4 loops, and I can just fill this like so. And this is just one F to fill. So maybe I should just mirror this. I'm already tired of the spots. So this is cool. I probably want to come here and enable auto smooth. And then let me enable my subdivision and know where I'll add supporting loops. So I want to add one here. I want to add a supporting loop right here. And maybe a supporting loop here. And then one on this part. But for this part, remember we're going to have a bevel. So I'm just going to bring in that bevel to support this down part. I don't think we need a loop for that. So I'm just going to go to the front view, and I can Control B. And I think we got that. I just hope it doesn't look too soft, you know. So I'm going to select these faces, but I want to add, let's add 2. No. Let's add 3. I want to select these faces just like so. These faces. And I want to apply the subdivision. So we have this, but these edges needs to be selected too. So what I can do is Ctrl Z and maybe grow that selection. So I can select more, and I can just go to the top view just like so. And I want to select these faces right here. So I can select this row like so. And I think I'm cool with the back part. So I can just isolate this and easy all the way to the top. Just like so. So this is cool. However, there's a shading issue on this part. So I can select this and use this part to support this. And maybe I want to just mirror to the other side. And then this doesn't work flush with, this extrusion we just created. So I'm going to go out to the edit mode and GUI, just like so. Let's see what that looks like. Looks good. But I think with this right here, I want to GG and hold that up like so. I think this also want to GG. Hold that, GG, hold that. Maybe this needs another. Okay, perfect. What's next? So right under here, there's, let me see how many minutes. 26, okay, not bad. So right under here, there's this shape down here. So I'm just going to select this, and maybe from this, I'm going to create that. So I'm just going to select these faces. How many faces do I need? I think I need the entire face. So I'm just going to select all of this. And if I go to the front view right here, and extrude, it doesn't give me what I want. So I can insert a little bit and extrude one, extrude twice. I think I like what this looks like. I'm looking at this bevel right here. This bevel is so wrong. This bevel right here is so wrong. So I want to fix all of that. I don't like that bevel. So we can select these faces, delete all of this, no? Delete all of these vertices. I can select this and I probably want to just fill by connecting. Fill. Let me isolate this. And select 1, 2, and 3. And then I can extrude downward like so. GZ. Extrude like so. I can bring this, and this. And I can fill. I can bring this. Oh shit. This, and this I can fill. Okay. Fill. Then I can select this entire thing and fill. So that's cool. So we have this whole edge loop here that we can now use. So I will I'll select these faces and I'm going to select loops and select boundary loops. So I want to recreate that bevel, this bevel right here. I see it's so much sharper. Mine was so soft. So I'm just going to keep the bevel at this. And I think it's perfect. I'll undo that bevel and select this and just let me dissolve this edge. Let's create that bevel again. So I can select these faces, go down to select loops, select boundary loops, and bevel that like so. So we have that. I think I've solved that. I'm just going to use some extra look to fix that weird shading. And apply the subdivision and see what that looks like. Okay, not bad topology at all. Not bad. So now I can go under here and just select these faces like so. I can come to the front view, insert, and extrude downward like so. So we have this, and it looks a bit sharp on this part. So what I want to do is select, and I'm going to select the boundary loops like so, and I'm going to bevel this. And also this edge loop right here, I'm going to switch off, and I'm going to bevel this just like so. Okay, this bevel seems a bit too sharp, so I'm just going to make the bevel even smaller. So this is cool. I can select these faces inside here. So I can insert just like so. And maybe I want to get this part. Maybe I want to just extrude once, extrude twice, and extrude again. I can turn on subdivision and see what that looks like. I think that works for me. And then we would want to create this inner shape right here. So for the inner shape, I'm going to bring in a whole new object, and I'm going to bring in a square. I'm going to scale that down, scale it on the x-axis and scale it on the y-axis like so. And now I know that I can add an edge loop right here. I can scale it on the y just like so. And I can add an edge loop right here, and this point right here I can just GZ. Like this. Just want to get the approximate shape and add a subdivision to it and just shape it up the way it needs to be. So that's cool. I'm going to add a subdivision and start adding bevels to shape this up. So for this, we have a sharp edge on this side. I'm just going to select this entire loop right here, and we're just going to add a bevel, just like so. So we have that bevel. I'm going to select this vertex and bring all of this downward like this. And for the top part, I can select this and GZ all the way to the top. Okay, so I want to shade that smooth and see what that looks like. Maybe I want to SY. Can we SY? I want to apply subdivision on this. And then GY this out of the way. And then make out this shape from this. So let me do that instead. So with this, maybe I want to insert. Apply scale first, insert. And then I can extrude one and then extrude again. I want to insert a little more, extrude downward and SZ0, just like so. Okay, I think this is a better solution. So I'm going to go around about getting that shape again. But this time I want to GZ, bring that down a little more. But this edge, I would like to make two edges out of this. So maybe I want to bevel this just like so. So we have that in the front view. I can select these vertices and GZ just like so. And I can select this and just bevel. So this right here, maybe it can still come down. And then I want to shade this smooth. And then I can select these two. I think these are great. I can select this. I can select these two. And I think that's tight. I probably want to bevel this right now. So this right here will have a separate bevel, and then this right here. This right here will have its own separate bevel. So I'm selecting this and I can Control B like so. And I can add my subdivision. And I think, yeah, it's cleaner. It's better actually. So I can add this loop right here and it supports that. This took so long, so long. I can't remember what this part does, but we're just going to model it though. So it comes out of this part right here. So I know that we can probably add an edge group here like this without causing too much a problem. Let's see. Okay, it causes a problem. So what I want to do is apply that subdivision. You see that there's a hole right here. So I'm just going to select a couple of faces that's going to make out that hole. Insert it. I'm going to circularize it and then bring that down. I can rotate this on the Z axis just so it maintains a certain look. So I can easy like this, easy also, and then easy again. So with this right here, I can bring this selection to this, and I can bring in a cube, select all and merge at center, and I can easy. So with this, I can go to the top view and I can extrude out to this part like so. And again, I can extrude to this part again. So with that one, I would want to come to the front view. I can GZ slightly and I can GZ a lot. So I can select all and I want to bevel those vertices just like so. And with this, I can convert to a curve like so. And I can now apply depth to that curve. Does it occupy that space? It does. But this edge loop right here, I need praying to bevel it. So this is cool. I want to add subdivision to that, and maybe reduce our edges here, so I can dissolve these vertices just like so. I can GZ just like so. I want to bring back these vertices. I think this thickness is okay for, it's a little too big, so I'm going to bring that down, and I'm going to turn this into a mesh, so I can just go visual geometry to mesh, and I can select this half right here. So I want to select this part, right here, deselect this, and I can extrude along the mouse, extrude and extrude again. So we have this. I can just create a holding right here, create another right here, and I can create one right here. I also want to create a holding right here, just to fix that shading. And for this face, we probably want to fill the face, but if you look down there, you will see that there's something going on here, and it looks something like this. Extrude, and then this extruded outward. So this is cool, this is nice. I probably also want to select this ring. So I want to select, let me add a loop right here. So I want to select this and this, and I'll shift D. I'll separate that selection, and with this, I can just delete these two, these faces right here. Delete faces, I can select all, and I can extrude along normal, just like so. And with this selected, I can select this, and then with these faces like this, I can select and extrude just like so. So I'll add a subdivision to this, and just let's create holding loops where necessary. So I can create one right here, can create one right here, I can create one on this part, one on this, and one on this. And maybe we want to create one on this part also, maybe two. So this is cool, but we also want to create this this shape on this part. So I would just use this. I'll probably want to extrude this out a little bit. So with this extrusion, I know I can create some loops right here, bevel those like so, and with this face I can GG, but I want to go the other way. So I can scale this just like so. Maybe I want to come closer to this object. I think we can do this another way. What we can do is just come in here and just move it by ourselves, just like so. Select this. I can GG, bring this in. GG, bring this in. I can select this, and I can come in right here and just G. So I can add an edge loop here, make that strong, add an edge loop here, make that strong. And what we can now do with this is we can bevel this, Control B. Nope. I can dissolve this, then create another Control B. And what I want to do is select this face and just extrude inward like this. But before I do that, maybe I want to scale that up, insert it, and extrude inward just like so. Let's scale that even more. Insert and extrude. Okay, this is cool. I'm going to increase the subdivision on this so that it holds properly. And then this edge right here, I need to release this a little more. Give this some space so it rounds off properly. And then this also. Okay. So we're done with that. what I want to do next, I think I want to go back to this and just add these tabs, because this is where the coffee comes out from. So I'm going to come to this position right here. I'm going to select these two faces, bring cursor to selected. I'm going to add a cylinder, just basic stuff. I think it looks something like this. And scale, maybe make it smaller. Extrude, I think in terms of just the form, this looks better. So I'm going to Control B this, and we have this. I'm just going to select this and mirror to the other side. Easy does it. I'm just going to select shade smooth, right, and apply the mirror. So I think that's done. Another thing I want to do is this handle right here. So the handle is supposed to be easy, but this part looks like there's an opening here. So what I want to do is select this face, just select this faces right here. I'm going to delete these faces first, and then I'm going to start bridging between. So that fixes that. So what's going to happen with this? Let me use a cube, and I can bring this to this point. And right here, I want to add an edge loop, and I can GZ. So we have the handle. I'm just going to, I think for this handle to make sense, I'm going to remove that edge loop, and then with this two edges I can SX just like so, and with this and this I can SX also. So what I can do is go to edit mode, apply that, and I can GZ now, and now I can apply the subdivision, because I know that I can now direct these edge loops to look like our reference. So I can bevel this like this a little bit, and I can bevel this maybe in a harsher way, bevel even more. So this is cool. I'm going to select this edge right here, and maybe I want to bevel and create a chamfer. A chamfer doesn't hold, so I'm just going to create a normal bevel for this part and shade that smooth. This edge, you probably want to delete this face, select this and let's do a grid fill. That's cool, but it can be joined a little better. Okay, that's better. So maybe this edge, I want to dissolve this edge. Now we'll have a chamfer that I can select this and bevel, and I can select this right here. And bevel. So this is cool. I also want to bring in an edge to hold this part. I think there is a separation here, so I want to GG is a holding. I want to bring in another so I can bevel just like so, and I can probably extrude the other way, just like so. No, it's not like that. Okay, it's like this. I think it looks about right. I just need to bring this closer. So I can extrude one, extrude again, and then let's hold just like so. So we have that. It looks good. Looks good. So we can select this face right here and just let's bevel it. I think same applies to this also. I can delete the face and then we can just grid fill. If you notice, there's a cut on this right here. I'm just going to copy this handle just like so, but something I'm missing is the down part of this handle is so much more bigger than this part. So I want to make that scale different. So I can select this middle part, scale it down, select this, scale it down even more. And I think that solves for that. Maybe I want to add more edge loops in the center. And for this to work, I'm going to copy this. And then at the top view, I want to delete these faces. I want to delete these faces right here. So I can delete these faces. And we have this. And with this, I can just create a thickness with this. So I can just apply a solidify modifier, thicken it, and maybe apply scale and even thickness. Let's bring that thickness back a bit. I probably also want to auto smooth. And I don't think these normals are proper. So this is cool. I can apply this Control B. I can also apply this on this side. I can delete this face and just hold this like so. Okay. So maybe I want to mirror this to the other side. This is great. So the previous mesh that I copied, I'm just going to call that back and I'm going to select all of it and shrink all into that space. Let's try to shrink into the space. So this shrinks, but not the way I want. So I just want to do that slightly again. On switch to extreme mode and just delete this part. I don't need this part. I don't need this part, but this top part right here is already clipping into each other. So I probably want to clean this up. So I can select this edge, dissolve this edge. So what I can do now is just bring in a cylinder, scale down RX 90, and just make this go into the wire like so. And I can GY just like so. So I just shade that smooth. And I think, this is now looking a bit longer than I thought. It's looking a bit long. I'm going to take this edge right here and I'm going to move it in and scale it even bigger. And then with this edge, I'm going to dissolve this edge and let's see what that looks like. Okay, this is more like it now. I'm going to add this dial right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the side view here. I'm going to select these faces, to bring cursor to selected. I think that's an approximate position of that. So I'm going to bring in a cylinder and let's just scale that down. So with this, I can select this face and just bevel, make that round. And we'll probably want to select this edge right here, extrude along the normals one way. I can insert. Before I insert, I want to apply scale. I can insert again, and just extrude out just like so. So in extruding, I don't want it to be so much, so I can extrude just a hint. Let's do that again. Extrude just a hint, and I can bevel just like so. And I think another dial I need to create is this front glass right here. So this is pretty much going to be easy. I'm just going to bring the 3D cursor to this vertex right here. I'm going to bring in a cylinder, scale that down RX 90. I'm going to scale that even more and GY. I'm just going to create the cut right here and create another right here. So with this selector, I can GG just like so. I can insert and extrude inward like so. So with this, I can select this bevel, bevel it, make it just one, and I can set it like this. And maybe I want to add a subdivision to that to achieve the shape. So I'll add a bevel right here. Let me turn off that subdivision first. So I can select this, no, I don't need to select that. So I can just bevel this. Nope. I'm going to select this too and just bevel to be really round. So let me turn on this. I want to delete this face. shade smooth, just like so. Cursor to selected, I can bring in a UV sphere, just like so, scale that down. I can RX 90, scale on the y-axis. So that's going to be the glass. I think that's about that. The stand, I don't really know what shows the stand. There's a part I'm missing. So the top of this, wow. So, oh, and I already applied my ball. Okay. Is a big problem. Okay, so I think we're back and play. So I can select this up until this point, and I can select this just like so, and I can insert, not individually. I can insert one, and I can bring that selection downward. I can select loop, select boundary loop, and what I want to do is bevel that. I think for this we need supporting loads right here. Okay, that's fire actually. And I want to select this face, this right here, and I want to insert first. And I want to extrude downward. One, and extrude downward again. And then extrude a little bit, and then maybe insert. So we have this cool, nice. So I'm going to add an edge loop here. I'm then also going to add an edge loop here. And maybe we're going to throw one on this spot and one on this spot. So we have that. That's cool. Something we can do to actually achieve these buttons is to duplicate, separate that selection, and we're going to create that from this. So in order to make this work, I want to cheat this in a little bit so they're about the same size, and I can reflect it the other side, apply the mirror. But this seems to be a smaller dial though. Anyway, what I can do, select this, and I want to insert a little bit individually. So I'm going to press I again.